Hi guys, binge eating and secret eating. You have asked me for this video, so hence the reason I am standing in front of you today. Done a quick poll last week and this came out top. So I know guys that this is a big issue because I get so many messages on this very subject. Part of the reason I get so many messages is that I'm very vocal and very honest about the fact that I have struggled myself, okay? So before this all turned around for me, I had a huge issue with not only binge eating, but also secret eating too. So first message that I need to relay across to you today is if you're in this position, guys, you are not alone. I can remember thinking I must be the only person in the world who is doing this. When I would drive to a car park and sit and eat thousands and thousands of calories of chocolate and sweets in secret, in shame, I used to think I must be the only person on earth who does anything like this. If you're in that trap, you are most definitely not alone. I get message about this almost every day. Okay, so you're definitely not alone. Let's look at the factors behind this. Generally speaking, it is a response to a situation. And unfortunately, we're in a scenario where we get good news, we celebrate with food. We get bad news, we celebrate with food. Somebody upsets us, we celebrate with food. Something goes really well for us, we celebrate with food. I know with me, when I felt stressed, when I felt under pressure, when somebody would have said something about my weight, my gut reaction was this self-sabotage, okay, that I would eat and eat and eat. The more I would eat, the worse I would feel. It's an awful circle of destruction. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? We feel really bad about ourselves, so we eat some crappy food. We feel even worse about ourselves. We feel, well, the damage is done now. I might as well finish the job off, and we make it worse and worse and worse. Recognize those signs, guys. I know if I was getting a lot of stress at home, or I was under a lot of pressure at work or whatever, that was the signs for me. Do I live in a life now where I'm not under stress or under pressure? Of course I'm under stress and pressure, but I've learned to deal with that differently. Now I'll stick my headphones on, I'll listen to a podcast, I'll go out for a walk, I'll go and hit the gym for half an hour, I'll go and be beside the sea or beside a forest or beside a river. All these cues I know that help me out of that mental state that before I used to turn to food to try and fix. Thing is, guys, I knew it wouldn't fix me. I knew it would make things 100 times worse, and you probably do too. And that's part of the reason that we feel so crap about ourselves, because we think, here I go again. I'm doing the same thing again that I've always done. Now, look at some of the reasons behind why we do it, okay? It might be those situation triggers that we need to learn to recognize and have a default plan in place that we can turn to instead of food. The other thing too, guys, in a lot of cases, for me, I set myself up for a fail. Why? Because I was so busy trying to starve myself to get thin that I left myself so hungry that the minute I got a taste of food at all, I couldn't stop. I could not help myself. Okay, I had this diet mindset, and as far as I was concerned, the only way I would ever get thin was to starve myself, to completely deprive myself, and that led to binging. If I was at a social event and there was really nice desserts and that would have been a weakness for me, I'd have been trying to put on this facade. No, I don't want anything like that. I don't eat that type of thing. Who was I kidding? This 21 stone guy with a 44-inch waist who was passing up on the desserts only to feel super deprived in that situation and to go home and to binge on thousands and thousands of calories. Why? Because I had deprived myself earlier that evening. I had a totally messed up relationship with food, guys. Why? Because I'd been dieting since my teenage years. That's why. That's why we need to stop dieting. That might sound strange coming from somebody like me, but guys, that's what we've got to stop doing, okay? We've got to break this bad relationship that we have with food, because in so many cases I have clients coming to me and they're doing the exact same thing. They diet so hard that they set themselves up for a binge. They set themselves up for a binge. That drives them into secret eating, and they're caught in this never-ending circle. Why do I have clients losing 4, 5, 6, 7 stone that are still having maybe some pizza and ice cream at the weekend? Because we learn to deal with food properly for what it is. We break the good food, bad food mentality. That's why I'm doing the food comparisons at the minute, to help us start thinking more about what we're doing. Okay, I would have been one of those people that would have been binge eating what I perceived to be healthy food, thinking cracker bars were going to get me thin, so I'd eat 5 or 6 of them a day as snacks. Okay, there's over 1,000 calories that I was wasting every day. Okay, because once I got a taste for something sweet like that, I couldn't stop. So if you're in a situation where you recognize the signs of what's leading you to this binge eating, got to deal with that, okay? If you're like me and you're setting yourself up for a fail because you're going these long periods without food, okay, and then you get a taste of something and you can't stop, you got to stop that. I've taken myself now to a situation where I eat 6 times a day. Back then, I didn't eat breakfast, didn't eat mid-morning, didn't eat lunch, didn't eat mid-afternoon. And then, late afternoon, early evening, the minute I got a taste of something sweet, the brakes were off and I was downhill at warp speed. I could not help myself. Okay, now I have a much more structured, ordered way of eating, and that starts in the morning for me. Okay, something that I convinced myself for years that I couldn't do was eat breakfast. Now I couldn't do without it. Now, am I saying everybody has to eat breakfast for fat loss? I'm not saying that, guys, but in a lot of cases, it helps people to gain some control. Okay, to gain some control, because like me, they've maybe spent years starving themselves into an inevitable binge. So if you suffer from binge eating binge eating, guys, and setting yourself up for secret eating, then we need to look at these things, okay? If there is a pattern there for you doing that, we need to recognize that. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. So we've got to bring about changes. And part of that is your relationship with food. That's why I'm so anti these quick fix diets and shake diets and magic pills and all the rest of it. Why? They massively calorie restrict. They put people into this situation where invariably, what are they going to end up doing the minute the 9 days is over or 14 days is over or whatever? They're going to binge. They're going to leave themselves straight back in the same scenario that they started in. Okay, so recognize what's going on, guys. The signals will be there. I'm going to do loads more work on this. If you're finding this helpful, drop a comment below and I'll keep the videos coming on this very topic. Thank you, guys.